Welcome back to the deep dive. We've waded through this massive stack of source material, basically the world's craziest adrenaline catalog.
Pretty intense stuff.
Yeah, experiences that need special gear, serious training, and frankly, a willingness to get way outside your comfort zone, mentally and physically.
It was an incredible list, almost too much, really. So what we're doing today is cutting through that noise. We've picked out the really high-impact ones.
The essentials.
Exactly, the essentials. Things like going supersonic, weird races. We're focusing on the unique adventures, the geographically extreme ones that really test what people are capable of. For you, the curious learner.
Right, and we've sort of grouped them into three areas. First up, high-altitude thrills pushing speed and gravity.
Then we go deep into extreme water encounters. Think isolation.
And finally, we look at sheer grit with unique land and endurance challenges.
Should be quite a ride.
Okay, let's get into it, starting with pure speed. Velocity. If you want to break the sound barrier as a civilian, well, the sources say there's basically one route.
Yep, and it involves packing your bags for Russia, a military airbase specifically.
A massive one.
Oh yeah, Sokol Air Base in Nizhny Novgorod. What's fascinating is that Mach speed is, well, achievable if you get the right booking.
And you get a choice of plane.
You do. That's the first big decision. Do you go for the MiG-29? That's the classic, designed back in the 70s to take on the American F-16. It's all about raw power, dogfight moves.
Okay.
Or you can pick the MiG-31. That's the high-altitude interceptor. It's built to scream up towards the edge of space.
So different experiences entirely.
Totally. Both get you supersonic, sure. But the MiG-31, that's about that extreme height, that isolation, the pure high Mach speed.
Okay, so maybe pure speed isn't the only goal. What if it's about the G-forces, that feeling of being pushed into your seat?
Then you're looking south. Cape Town. Thunder City.
Thunder City, right.
Yeah, the focus shifts. It's less about top speed, more about agility. You can take a flight about 50 minutes in a Hawker Hunter.
Cold War jet.
Yeah. Exactly. Agile thing. And they put you through loops, rolls, like a roller coaster, basically. You'll pull up to 4Gs.
4Gs. Wow. But there's an even more intense option there, something about a bomber.
Yes, the Buccaneer. Legendary plane. A nuclear-era attack bomber, heavy-duty stuff.
So you fly as navigator.
Right. And it's not about hitting the stratosphere. It's about low altitude, high speed, just under Mach 1. They simulate an attack run, hugging the terrain, sharp turns.
And the Gs.
That's where it hits. A sharp spike, maybe 5 to 10 seconds of 5 Gs. Simulating pulling out of a tactical strike, it's a massive amount of pressure on the body.
Okay, this is interesting. If the goal is just maximum sensory input, maximum overload, maybe forget the engines. Yeah, the ultimate human flight experience, according to the sources. ALO jumping.
Yes. High altitude, low open. Over Lumberton, Mississippi, specifically.
And the altitude is just staggering.
It really is. You're exiting the plane at over 30,000 feet. That's higher than Mount Everest by more than 1,000 feet. Nearly 6 miles straight up.
You need oxygen for that, right?
Absolutely critical. You're bordering on severe hypoxia up there. The supplemental O2 keeps you, well, functional right before you step out.
And the fall. 2 minutes. That seems like forever.
It's mind-boggling. That extreme altitude gives you this incredibly long free fall. 2 full minutes before you even think about the parachute. The psychological side of that, just falling that fast for that long, it's immense.
Okay.
Now, if you don't want to be cargo, if you want control, there's hands-on aerobatics, sky thrills.
So you're actually flying, not just riding.
Exactly. Dual control biplane, they teach you basics first, like rolling the plane 360 degrees, like a corkscrew in the sky. Then vertical loops, hammerhead spins. And the big one, flying completely upside down, inverted, for a good 30 seconds.
Wow.
Yeah, that takes focus. Real precision. You're not a passenger. You're part of this aerial dance.
Okay, thinking about that isolation at 30,000 feet, needing oxygen. The only other place that really demands that kind of self-reliance, that remoteness, is deep underwater.
Good transition. Let's dive into extreme water encounters.
Starting with history.
Absolutely. For sheer scale, the sources are clear. World War II wreck diving in Micronesia. It's still the benchmark.
Truk Lagoon and Palau.
That's right, Truk, now called Chuck, and Palau. Back in '44, February, March, the U.S. Navy hit them hard. 2 major operations.
How many wrecks we're talking?
Over 100 ships and planes sunk. They're technically war graves, legally protected now. Eerie underwater monuments.
But the sources describe them differently now, don't they? It's not just about the history.
No, nature's taken over. What were these rusting hulks are now vibrant artificial reefs, covered in coral, teeming with fish. It's Quite profound.
Seeing life thrive on that scale of destruction.
Exactly. The awe comes from both the history and seeing that resilience.
Okay, from historical wrecks to living creatures, let's talk sharks. Specifically, Malpelo, off Colombia.
Ah, Malpelo. Yeah, that place defines isolation. It's tiny, just a barren rock, really, over 500 kilometers off the coast.
So remote, it was originally called Malvelis.
Yeah, inhospitable. Some sailor way back when named it that. Apt.
And yet, it's a UNESCO site, a top-tier scuba spot. Why there?
It's precisely because it's so isolated. It's the tip of a huge underwater mountain range. And there are these massive sea caves nearby.
Which act like magnets.
Biodiversity magnets, yeah. Divers go there because the populations are just overwhelming. You can see schools of over 500 scalloped hammerheads, plus silky sharks, bull sharks, all pretty shallow too.
Okay, but with strong currents and that many big predators, is this really for the curious learner? Or more for pros? What do the sources say about who should attempt this?
It definitely demands experience. Those currents are no joke, strong, unpredictable. The sources really stress you need to be a confident, advanced diver.
Right.
It's less about the sharks themselves, surprisingly, and more about managing yourself, your buoyancy, your air in really dynamic water. Staying calm under pressure is key.
Speaking of pressure and extreme conditions, let's shift from tropical sharks to icy waters. Finland.
The Sampo Arctic icebreaker in the Bay of Bothnia.
This sounds like pure power.
It is. Industrial might versus nature. The ship just smashes its way through solid ice, sometimes 6 feet thick. The sound, the source called it an infernal crunch and splash.
Wow.
It's just relentless, violent almost.
And then you get in the water.
That's the payoff. After watching the ship carve this path, you gear up in this bright orange survival suit, totally protected, and hop into the freezing dark water in the channel the ship just made.
For the shock factor.
Purely. That brief, intense cold exposure, but totally safe in the suit. It's a unique kind of rush.
All right, let's leave the water and the sky behind. Time for land-based endurance and, well, some unique challenges. Starting with sliding down an active volcano.
Volcano surfing. Down Cerro Negro in Nicaragua, it's this ominous black slope, and yeah, the volcano is live.
On what, a sled?
Basically, yeah. A simple plywood sled, no brakes. You can hit speeds up to 81 kilometers an hour. That's 50 miles per hour.
That sounds incredibly risky. The instability.
Totally. Because if you try to brake or even just hesitate, you're likely going to tumble, somersaulting down this 700+ meter slope in hot ash and rocks.
Wow.
So the trick, the insight is you have to commit. Don't fight it. Just go with the flow, use the momentum. You can get down in minutes if you do it right.
Okay, that uncontrolled chaos is a world away from our next one. Very structured climbing in Italy. Via Ferrate.
Yeah, the iron roads and the Dolomites, these are amazing because they kind of democratize climbing.
How so?
They're fixed routes. Steel cables, metal ladders, bolted into the cliffs. You use carabiners to clip in so you can scale these massive, spectacular rock faces, get that incredible exposure in view.
Without needing years of technical climbing skill.
Exactly. It's like vertical trekking. Makes you feel like a serious mountaineer.
That accessibility feels very different from, say, heli hiking in Canada.
Oh, completely different philosophy. Heli hiking is about reaching the unreachable. Using a helicopter, like heli skiing, but in summer, to access remote glaciers, boulder fields, peaks you just couldn't get to on foot.
Instant wilderness.
Total immersion in pristine, untouched landscape, the ultimate off-the-beaten-path experience.
Okay, let's wrap this segment up with two extremes of human will. First, something incredibly grueling, the Antarctica Ultra Race.
Right. This is next-level endurance. 100-kilometer run across ice, rock, snowdrifts, near the South Pole, well, relatively near, about 483 kilometers north.
Well, logistics alone sounds insane. The cost.
Huge. Entry fee is around $16,500, and you're running in temperatures that can drop to -4 Fahrenheit, -20 Celsius.
Plus the danger. Ice chasms.
Yeah, bottomless crevasses are a constant risk. It's brutal.
So why? What are people looking for?
The sources say it's about epiphany. That extreme isolation forces this intense internal focus. You see nothing living, just ice. It becomes this mental battle against the environment, against yourself.
Wow. Okay, now let's pivot completely. From that deadly seriousness to Finland again, and something called the Wife Carrying World Championship.
Oh, yes. Get this. It's held in Sankajärvi, Finland. It's this bizarre, brilliant mix of athletics and, well, absurdity.
So a guy carries a woman.
A male carrier, yes. Navigating this tough 253-meter obstacle course. Sand, fences, and the highlight, a water trough they have to splash through.
Okay. Rules for the wife. partner.
The female partner has to weigh over 49 kilos, that's about 108 pounds, and wear a helmet. Safety first, you know.
And penalties?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Drop early. That's a 15-second penalty.
Yeah.
Which is huge in a short race.
So while the Antarctic runner seeks enlightenment and solitude,
the wife carrier seeks victory through sheer ridiculous teamwork.
And the record is under a minute. Estonians?
56 seconds.
Yeah.
Held by Estonians, yeah. Turns a sprint into this hilarious logistical nightmare, carrying another person awkwardly while running full tilt.
It just proves extreme adventure isn't always about Mach speed or sharks.
Exactly. Sometimes it's just a very short, very intense, very awkward race.
So looking back, we've really covered a huge range. Supersonic jets, WWI IREX, hundreds of hammerheads off some remote rocks.
Sliding down volcanoes, running across Antarctica, carry your partner through a trough.
It's quite the spectrum.
But there is a common thread, isn't there? This pursuit of adrenaline, often tied to extreme isolation. Think Mount Pello, Antarctica, those Russian air bases.
Places that force you into the moment.
Absolutely. Demanding total focus, mastery of yourself, your gear, the situation, no room for error.
Which brings us to the final thought for you, the listener. We've seen isolation-tested, precision, pure stamina, even absurdity. If you boil down all these risks, the G's in the Buccaneer, tumbling down a volcano, the cold calculus of the halo jump.
What's the one thing the mind has to master to succeed across all of them? Is it raw power like the endurance runner? Or that cold, precise timing of the jumper with 2 minutes left to fall?
That's the real complex skill set, isn't it? What's really being tested? And which one of these would force you to grow the fastest? Something to think about.